welcome to the last week of Christmas. I know, it's very exciting. Unfortunately though, we're obviously still a little bit ill. Everyone saw this one coming. But we do have one very, very exciting thing to talk about today, and that is not just your breakfast, Rupert, although that is obviously very, very exciting for you. He's very fond of his breakfasts at the moment. Very fond of every meal, actually. He's currently just chowing down. Today we're going to have some fun adventures, but also I'm going to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, cricket. Yeah, I know, I was confused too. So Claudia and I really love to do little crafty projects, as you've seen from the channel. And I decided that it was time I maybe got a bit more involved in the crafty stuff. So Cricket reached out to me and said, hey, did I want a cricket machine? And I've only seen these things on Pinterest and Instagram. And I was like, do I want one? Yeah, of course I want one. But I'll be honest, I was a little bit scared. I mean, they're really fancy, right? Aren't they complicated? They seem like they could be. They sent me the Cricket Joy. And it was actually a doddle to set up. I mean, I just plugged it in. There was a little app on my phone. I downloaded the Cricut Design app from my laptop as well. And they just immediately synced up to the Cricut Joy. And then it's so easy. There are even projects that are already available. So I, don't have to think of what I would like to do. I could just say, hey, I'm a beginner. What are some projects for beginners? And it will give me lots of very simple ideas. Thank you so much. Also, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, but don't I need 5,000 things like all of the different mats and all of the different tools? Well, not necessarily, because the Cricut Joy can be used with Cricut Smart products, which means that you can put them into the machine without using a mat, like the Cricut Vinyl. Oh my goodness, it's so clever. There's a little cutting tool and it just goes oh, there's a sticker. It's genius. You just peel the sticker off. You can just put on anything. It's amazing. So I'm really, really happy and excited just learning all of these new things. And I can't wait to try my hand at some more complex projects as well. Also great is that the small size is really practical. And if you're kind of thinking, I don't know if I'm ready for crafting to really become a huge thing in my life yet, like I don't have a crafting room. I don't have space for that. Well, don't worry. You don't need to get a massive machine. The Cricut Joy is really cute. It's really neat. It's really small. And it packs up into a tiny little bag where you can also be storing your tools. Honestly, with the Cricut Joy and Cricut Smart materials, there's so much less to buy, less to store, less to worry about, and so much more fun to be had. It's really great for making personalized gifts this year and throughout the year, and really just building on your crafting skills. You can use it as a beginner like me, or as a really, really high-skilled crafter. And the Cricut design space is so fun. I love that it gives you all the little options of kind of stock images that you can use and make your own thing. Oh my goodness, and what a myriad of materials as well. Every different type of material you can think of and all of the different colors. Anything you can think of, you can pretty much make with a Cricut machine. Click the link in my description to learn more about Cricut. And now let's get on with the video. Gonna ignore that.
I didn't weigh out stuff either, I literally just did it by eye.
Brilliant. It's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be some noise, prepare yourself. Let's see, it says 100 grams of plain flour.
I'm using self-raising to make it a bit more fluffy.
Do you feel like you added 100 grams?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, that looks like a good pancake.
Not that bit.
That was so well done until that bit.
Made a satisfying splash.
Yeah, nice, nicely done.
Rupert's getting impatient. He's like, I can tell that you're making banana pancakes.
Where's my breakfast? Not quite sure what's going on here. Or why he's blowing raspberries. Just really loves blowing raspberries, that's good. Oh, excited baby.
some mango puree.
You meant to give me 2 forks.
Yeah.
How rude of me.
Well, that's your preference.
Here's my adult version of the banana pancakes. Yum yum. I'm very excited for this. I mean, Rue's definitely chowing down through them. So they must be very delicious.
Hello and welcome to Jessica's £0 Christmas haul. Oh yes, you heard me right. I didn't want to do a kind of gift list this year where I show you things that you could purchase, mainly because I didn't want things. It's a problem. People keep asking me what I want for Christmas and I'm like, nothing. I would like to get rid of things. So instead, we're going for a £0 Christmas haul, in which we're going to try and be both economical and sustainable, particularly because we're going to be reusing most of the materials that you see today. Also, it's a bit crafty, yay! So you can have fun whilst you're doing this little haul. Does that make it a haul? I don't know. Wait, what's the definition of a haul? I'm unclear. Should also mention, I'm iller than usual, so if I ramble a bit, apologies. I don't even know what I'm doing. No, yes, I do. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm aware that there's hair over my blind eye. It's all right. One thing that we really wanted to do this year to be more green was to have a living Christmas tree. So basically, they deliver a Christmas tree to you. They. Who is this they? Who knows?
Christmas elves.
What? Christmas elves. Thank you. Yes, Christmas elves deliver a Christmas tree to you that still has its roots and is living. Amazing, I know. And you keep it in your house, you keep it alive, and then the Christmas elves come and pick it up after Christmas, take it back to the Christmas farm, plant it back in the ground, and keep it alive again for a whole other year until they just dig it up again and then take it to someone else's house. Or your house again, except it'll be bigger. You know, maybe you quite like that. Maybe you want a bigger Christmas tree the next year. Who knows? Unfortunately though, couldn't find a company that delivered to my house. Heartbroken. Absolutely heartbroken. However, my father-in-law does have a living Christmas tree. Very exciting. So he's gonna give it to us and we're gonna keep it in our garden and grow it. So great thing about Christmas is bringing the outside indoors and decorating with it. Yay! One of the things I love is pine cones, bringing in bits of tree that have fallen off. So thing number 1 of our £0 Christmas haul, pine cones. You can find them in your local park or maybe even your garden. Also, I know you're like, but that's not £0, Jessica. I am including things that we already own. We already owned a bowl and I found these LED lights, which we happened to own from, I think, our wedding, which was 5 years ago. I then wrapped them around the pine cones and they look really festive. Thing number 2 in our list is paper chains. I absolutely love paper chains. Did anyone else, thanks God, make paper chains when they were a child? Was this just me? My grandparents were very close to the Victorian era. So it was a thing we did a lot. As children. And they're really great because you can make paper chains from pretty much anything, any kind of paper. And they end up being really spectacularly beautiful. And I really do prefer them to tinsel. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to start the tinsel war down in the comments. I know. I have a group of my friends, we have a chat on Messenger, and every single year there's the tinsel debate. Who likes tinsel and who doesn't? It's a back and forth. It's a real thing. It doesn't spark joy. It doesn't. It looks, dare I say it, don't crucify me for this, but it's just a bit tacky. Alright, one of the best things that you can do for your £0 haul, this is number 3, is go on a lovely family walk. Or it doesn't have to be a family walk. You can totally go by yourself. And it doesn't have to be a walk. You can go on a little stroll, a little jaunt, or a little roll. We like going for our little family walks and picking up things along the way. Whether that be the pine cones that you saw earlier, or it might be finding some very excitingly shaped bark. I like this one, you know, just casually shaped like a Christmas tree. Or it might be finding some fun little leaves. We like doing that with our nephew. He's almost 4, so we can be like, find a leaf that has points. Find a leaf that is round. All of that fun. Or it could be going to beaches. One of Claudia's favourite things as a child was trying to find sea glass, which is basically bottles that have been smashed and then the sea has turned them into these they look like rocks, but they're interesting colours and they're smooth. Just have a stroll around your local area. Keep your eyes peeled for stuff that you don't normally see and notice.
Maybe your Aunt Marge would be really impressed with that empty lilt pan. Who knows?
Maybe your Aunt Marge would be really impressed with that empty lilt can. Maybe she would. Thank you, Claudia.
I've seen people make like little cars out of Coca-Cola cans.
Oh my god, yes! There was a boy who did that in my
You
school.
do like really crafting into it.
You know, if you're going to do that, try and do that safely.
I mean, with the amount of Diet Coke you drink, we could make like a whole city.
Yeah, we should make a miniature city out of my Diet Coke cans. Let's go for it. Number 4, one really good gift idea that comes with a lot of heart and doesn't have to cost the earth is baking. Now, you don't have to be the world's most skilled baker. I know that sometimes it can seem like a lot just to start. And yeah, we have a whole series called Baking Bad. Just up here. Can be a little terrifying to start with. But also, not always. There are some really easy recipes out there with just very simple ingredients, just a few steps, and you can make something really delicious that also looks kind of cute, and you can share it with people who you love. It's kind of nice just to receive something that you know someone put a lot of thought into. We decorated these little gingerbread people in another video, which again you can watch by clicking the card right up here. And we're going to gift them to some people because, according to Claudia, they are absolutely delicious. And also I think they are rather fetchingly dressed. Like, this is Darcy. Darcy is a punk in a Christmas jumper. Best Christmas jumper I think I've ever seen on a gingerbread person. A++. Rocking it, Darcy. Absolutely rocking it. Baked goods. Try it. See what happens. At least you'll have fun if it goes wrong. Number 5. Ivy. Steal it from a wall. I mean, we took it from our back garden. It grows over from someone else, I think. Not entirely sure where that ivy plant starts.
That's right.
Oh, it starts in our garden. Excellent. Didn't steal it. But look how fetching it is on this absolutely gorgeous candle holder, which isn't even Christmassy. I know you're going to tell me it's Christmassy. It's not. It's a year-round, delightful candlestick holder. Wait, no. It's not called a candlestick holder. I'm too old to think of what it's called. Anyway, it's a lovely centerpiece for my table. I absolutely love it. Why is the egg thing here?
To show that anything with ivy around it suddenly becomes instantly Christmassy.
Okay.
So if you put ivy around the egg holder...
Oh, Christmas. Christmas is here. Oh, I like this. Festive. Oh, gorgeous. Ivy. Add it to everything. Full on Christmas decoration time. 6. One really excellent gift idea that we're really excited, I said really a lot, is propagating plants. Now, since we had our house done, we have kind of created a little greenhouse, which was, we realised, a bit hot in summer, but wonderful for our plants, and they've been doing really well. Everyone who's seen our plants has said, my goodness, amazing, love them. Could I have a bit of your plant? Oh. Point of clarification, my wife would like me to clarify, we do not actually make a greenhouse, we just extended our house into what is slightly an orangery. It has large windows and a skylight.
I would like a greenhouse.
She would like a greenhouse. I got her a potting shed for Christmas last year. She will get a greenhouse next Christmas. Rupert has already got her a present this year. So we have been propagating our plants. They're actually doing well. Look at it. Look. Oh my goodness. This is the first time that we've done this and they've not died. Like, these things are meant to be temperamental, but no. No. Happy as Larry. It could be £0 if you happen to already have some dirt and a pot lying around. And also a plant. Obviously, you do need a plant in order to cut a bit off it. 7. And we are on to using old Christmas cards to create gift tags. All you'll need is an old card, a pair of scissors, and a hole puncher. And to be honest, if you don't have a hole puncher, it's not the end of the world. Something pointed will do, even the end of your scissors. Just get in there. Now we could just go the conventional route. We could just, you know, fully chop down the fold. We could go out there and actually do some quite intricate cutting. Alrighty, get that little hole punch. Hey, delightful. Oh, I dropped it. And then I will just add this piece of twine that is actually my wife's garden twine. So thanks, darling. Gorgeous. Oh, look at that. I'm quite pleased. And finally, number 8, along the same theme, is to reuse your wrapping paper from last year and wrapping paper that you may get from a florist. I got some interesting wrapping paper from a florist that were wrapped around some flowers, and I was like, oh, Christmassy, I'll take it, thank you. Presents will all be wrapped in uncoordinated paper because I very carefully pick apart my presents. Don't know how that's going to work out with Rupert opening his presents this year. I imagine he's just going to tear through everything. We'll see. But you know, that's the fun for him, isn't it? It's all in the paper. He really doesn't care what he gets for a present. And as a unnumbered edition, but still within the £0 haul because it's 99p, these bears that you can hang on your tree because they're chocolate. Chocolate tree bears, because my wife really loves Lindt chocolate. Welcome to the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me in my £0 haul. I was just trying to come up with some ideas for things that didn't cost a lot of money, but could still be sort of some crafty, fun things that we could do at Christmas time. So if you've got lots of ideas, and I'm sure you guys have way more ideas than I do, because I know you guys are incredibly crafty and amazing and generally come up with lots of great things, please add them in the comments down below and we can have lots of fun discussing all the excellent Christmas crafts that we're going to be doing and just Christmas fun things. Thank you so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in the description to learn more about them. I hope you're having a lovely run up to the Christmas season if you celebrate it, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, then I hope you're just having a marvellous, marvellous week, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah!